Hello, yesterday I've created a blog post in which I explain one way that you can create a progress bar using CSS free and JavaScript, and I decided to make a video after this. So first thing, I'm going to show you how you can get to my blog and see the code and just use it, just copy and paste. So you should search for progress bar using CSS free, and there it is, the first one. This is my blog. And we have here some comments which are not necessary right now. What we can see is that this is all the HTML that we need to make this. These are the CSS classes necessary that we are going to use. This is some inline JavaScript. Actually, it's just one function. I will explain how all this works a bit later. And this is another script which will create the progress bar and make some calculations. So for this I've already created a new project, new web project. Find new project like this, just to show you, just a very simple project, web project. So if I will run this, we will have a standard web page. There it is, home and about. Well, here in this page I intend to insert the progress bar. Copy and paste the HTML. I'm gonna also copy the inline JavaScript. For this, I'm using inline JavaScript, and I will create a separate file for the JavaScript because I don't want a bunch of JavaScript in my page, and I will do the same with the CSS. I also don't want to have a bunch of CSS here. So that's why it's a more clean way to have them in separate files. Type equals JavaScript. There it is, all the inline script we need. I'm gonna create a new script, file script, JavaScript. Okay, just copy and paste this one. Okay. I'm gonna do the same for CSS styles. New item, style sheet. Okay, go here. Paste. Okay, so now I have all the necessary scripts and styles. Before running this, I must not forget to add the references for my scripts and my style sheet file. So very simple, drag and drop. And progress bar. One more script that you may need and you might not know for the first time, because I'm using animate and I'm using some ease out cubbing, ease out effect. I'm gonna need another JavaScript file which I've downloaded. Here it is, and I will insert it in the project. jQuery easing JavaScript file, and I will also add this as a reference. Okay, and yeah, this is about everything that we need for this one. So how this works. We have this new progress bar object, which is in the progress bar script, that will have some properties, meaning maximum ID of the container, ID of the fill element. It takes the width of the container, so it can calculate based on the value that we will provide. It will calculate how many pixels should the fill width be, and we have this function here which will be called with the value, our value, and it will calculate based on our properties. It will calculate the fill width in pixels. So if we look here, we will instantiate the progress bar. We give the ID of the container, ID of the bar fill, minimum and maximum value. In this case, I'm only using from 0 to a positive number. I didn't insert any logic for different scenarios. I'm gonna take the current value for our input field. I'm gonna call the getWidth with my value that I will insert in the input field, and I'm gonna animate the fill element, which is this one, using this progress width, which is calculated and in some time duration, and using this ease out cubbing effect. Okay, so let's see how this looks. I also have to mention that there are slight differences in Internet Explorer and Firefox, so you better, if you are going to use this in a production environment, you have to be careful on this kind of details. So there we have our progress bar. This is an empty one. I'm going to insert a value, and there it is. It's working as expected. 99, 6, or whatever. Okay, now let's see the same thing in Firefox. Okay, so at first look it looks the same, but if we make a zoom, and here also, we are going to observe that this looks better. And I'm going to also insert some value here. Take a look at this gradient here, which is not present in Internet Explorer. I'm going to also make the same width. So unfortunately, Internet Explorer and Firefox does not interpret some CSS attributes in exactly the same way. And now I'm gonna explain you what is happening with the CSS. Going here, I'm gonna do like this. Okay, so what we have here, we have this div, which is the container, which it have width and height. We have the border, we have the radius for the border, we have the attributes for Mozilla, for WebKit supporting browsers. We have the shadow, which is specified here, in also the same in this is Internet Explorer way. We have the background, which is a gradient. This is for Mozilla, this is for Internet Explorer. So we have to specify for all these different browsers. This is all you need to know to make this work. So I hope you enjoy this. Have fun. Bye bye.